Oh, good morning. I was just finishing sending the actual photo of the card spread for this morning. I am late. I've just finished my shower and getting dressed and stuff because, well, I'm tired and I just slept in. So that's okay. Sometimes we have those needs where we need to sleep in, and I did just a little beyond what I normally would, and that's fine. It was a busy day yesterday, and it's going to be for the next couple of days. Thank you for being here. For those who are here live, thank you, Tracy and Judy. And did that come up? Yes, it did. And we are going to head round. It's like I'm going around a corner into another room, doesn't it? That's what it sounded like. Going to move around to the cards. I hope I've got them lined up right. I did that in a hurry too. And it looks different in colour because I have taken the dark cloth off. I need to wash it today. So I was getting that ready and I haven't quite got that. Oh, have I? Look, it's probably just okay like it is. It's a little bit too much on this side, but that doesn't matter. I think probably I even have that there, do I? And it's not staying there because I haven't got the cloth. That'd be right. That would be right. Now, here we go with the cards. What we've got, and it's funny, as I was starting to do this, I do turn your intuitive senses on too. Don't forget that. Can't forget that. And Kathy, you're here as well this morning. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to see you too. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here as well. It's got a slight breeze out there. I think the forecast is for 30, 31, 32, something like that here. That's in Celsius for those of you who have the Fahrenheit. Oh, it's getting close to the 100 degrees, I think. I'm not sure that it's over it, but it's close to that end. So here we go, rather than a weather report. What I felt when I was actually shuffling the cards and then laying them out, it is a weekend, and usually I change the layout a bit. It was just on that last card. I'd automatically put the 5 down, and it was just on that last card. I thought, oh, no, I need an extra. I need something. So that's why we've got the key. So it is pretty much the same. I'm just going to read it slightly differently. It's just the row of what we've got above and below. So this is the present time. What we've got is the story here, above and below. It's just that we've brought, that we've got surrounding us here. So, and above us is more that connection with the spiritual. Below is more the earthiness and the grounding. I think that's what I'm going to call that. So here we've got, we're going to be having a bit more to do with books and learning, and probably something to do with our study. It's that discovery I'm feeling still, because what we've got in that central position is the child, and the child with that wonderment. We did have child in the spread yesterday. I'm even just going to look up on my, hang on. I'm actually put it on the flat end. I'm actually going to open my phone and show you what yesterday's spread was. I suppose it works out all right with how that comes up. Yeah, see, there it is. So here we've got the Good Friday one. There's the child in our role at that bottom bit. Gee, it doesn't focus in on that, does it? I know that with a Mac I can bring the phone in, what's on the phone, somehow as a second screen, but I just can't remember how to do that. So I'm not going to. I won't bother. So it was certainly in there as yesterday's part of. So we're still discovering and opening new possibilities. It's that book that's open that brings us to our childlike mind and being able to get into that creative mode and actually sense into it our more childlike way of discovering things. So it's as if everything is brand new and all the possibilities are, when you watch kids with building blocks, I suppose they don't use such simple toys anymore, but you watch them with things that they can build and stack on each other, and then they'll get bored with that, or it's finished, or it falls over, and then they just start again. That's what this is bringing to me, in that sense of have the fun with what you've got in that area of creating what you want. And if it doesn't work out, look, that's okay. You just shuffle them and build them up again, or discover some new piece that you can actually add to it and create something different. So I'm feeling that that's where our discovery is for today. Like, it really is spending that time and having some fun with it. Look up, read whatever instruction type things you need to. If you're on a new craft or some artwork, I'm going to be looking at some of my artwork if I can find my brushes and paints. I tried looking yesterday and I couldn't quite find them. Well, it could be that the colouring in pencils are too hard on my hand yet. The brush will be good. So I'm going to find those brushes, and I might learn a new technique by just watching something that a friend does, Crafty Corners or Craft Chat. Heather Crafter does crafts, and it's video on YouTube as well as what is a membership site. So that's partly what I'm wanting to learn today in between times of other things I'm doing. I do need to do some normal stuff like washing and things. That never goes away. But here we can actually be really creative in what we're wanting with this row, because every so often tuning into what direction we're taking it. And especially, I suppose, if you're following something that's instructions from a book or whatever, you need to realign, recalibrate. And, once things have fallen over after a first try, we'll recalibrate, learn a bit more, and recreate. And we're going to do that however many times it needs to today. And I'm feeling that because we've got our dog in this mix and the mice, two creatures of the animal kingdom, what we're doing is actually connecting into what is the natural order of what we're doing through the day. Dogs, we know naturally, if they're given, when they're given the love and attention. Oh, good morning, Shaz. How are you? Wonderful morning, isn't it? And they return it tenfold. The beauty, the love, the joy that you see in people's faces when they're connecting with their dogs. You go out to a park and you watch people walking their dogs, and the way that the dogs just, it's just that beautiful love, loyalty, happiness, joy, tails wagging and all that. It's so happy to just have that connection with one of those beautiful creatures of the earth. We have two. I've got one. My partner's got one. And occasionally we get these surprises of different little creatures showing up. Now, coming into winter, we may start to see a few more of the mice, whether it's field mice coming in or whether it's the normal house mice or whatever they call them, different species. They're still people. They're still part of the animal kingdom. And so, it's, yes, they show up unexpectedly too. So we've sort of got the beauty of, having those, the creatures around us, taking notice of what is the natural. I'm listening to birds outside too, even though they're not in our reading. Here we've got a bird cage that's had the birds set free. So we've got all of that connection, and it really is touching and linking in with each other, even here as we're seeing the key, unlocking that cage. Unlock your inhibitions of creativity and really open up your mind to what those new, something you haven't even seen before, possibly, with that childlikeness. Now, you've got a comment there. So, Shaz, you're having breakfast with you and a blowfly buzzing as it's warm weather. Yes, it is blowfly weather still. I have noticed. Yesterday got very warm, and I was almost going to put that air conditioner on. I thought, look, it's the end of the day. It doesn't matter. It was only 33. I melt over 30. I like to have an air conditioner going. Yes, the beautiful sounds of what our natural nature, the things that are around and about us. Look, even those things that are created, you know, the things that we make. A lot of these things here that the mice, the mice are eating, yes, it's bread, but you look at the fruits, the natural, the natural creation of what Mother Nature, Gaia, Mother Earth is actually creating with those foods. There's the grains that go into the flour that make the bread, you know, and there'd be water in that jug, or it could be a pot of coffee. It's all of those possibilities of what is there for what we eat, for what we create here, for what we learn, knowing and finding that direction that we're taking it into as part of what it's doing in our life today. So it's a wonderful feeling of just being present with what you have in your resources, setting free that creativity and that intuitive sense, yes, you know, all senses, that connection, and that connection there with what is our you know, the deepest senses I'm feeling in this, because what the mice do, they do hide in the background a bit, you know, because most food is packed away and put away in a pantry or a fridge, cupboards, that type of thing. So they are in the background in the dark most of the time. It's how they live sourcing their food in a house, especially in this respect, and even when they're out in the open field, because they usually have predators. I don't know if a dog's a predator of a mouse. Our little fox terriers were. So, yeah, possibly. You know, there's another connection that's a little bit different. But I am actually feeling that more creative, open yourself to, you know, the new ideas, possibilities, and doing different things and tasting different things, even as far as if you're experimenting or doing something different with recipes. And it could be a recipe book. So many possibilities in this reading alone. So I'm feeling with that. Enjoy your day. Be open to whatever the possibilities are in it for you, and be in that open mind, open framework of a childlike's exploring capacity, and, you know, just loving the day, having fun with your dog. You know, if you've got dogs, go for a walk with your dog. It's that sort of, it really is that loving feeling I'm getting, because we do have the dog there. It's that loyalty, it's that love. And I just love that picture of the mice anyway. I just love the chubby little belly and the way they're taking advantage. You know, what they have in front of them, they're well, it's gorging, I suppose. But anyway, don't overdo it. It's in moderation. Set yourself free for your day, and allow that flow of beautiful, loving energy and discovery. Okay, so thank you for being here for the reading this morning. And for those who are in replay, thank you too for watching. Just type in the comment if you're watching the replay as well. It's good to know, actually. I think in the YouTube you can't comment in the chat stream, but you certainly can comment underneath. If you're watching at any point on YouTube, it's Boundy is the channel name. You look for it, it'll be there. Doesn't have that name at the end of it. It's all the numbers and plain stuff at the moment. But certainly subscribe and share with others that I do the lives at 8 o'clock every morning. Now, if you want to check me out in those two, you know, there we go. Trying to get them level when you're looking at it on a screen is interesting. So do check out both of those. There's different things on both. Buy Me a Coffee is just a very simple way of saying thank you and, you know, supporting. But there are a few other things on it. It's almost like a mini website now. The rosboundy one is a website, so check it out. And I will just put these links in here. I did it yesterday, so I'll do it again. I'll try and remember to do it each time. As far as the link to the Buy Me a Coffee and the one to my haps, because that's the other thing I'll be doing, is popping in occasionally. Probably, you know, I'm doing that as I feel it, as I've got the time, the spare time. With the haps, I'll do the curiosity tea spread type of thing, and that is going to be connecting with my Buy Me a Coffee. that's on there. So when I get on my Haps and you've bought me a coffee or do a reading for it, there's one called Haps Live Streaming. And then, certainly join in with the Haps there as well, so that when it's on, you know that it's on and I'll be doing a reading. Watch Buy Me Coffee. I'll still be doing a card pull, but the reading itself is the Haps live stream in the Buy Me a Coffee link. I don't think that's exactly the Buy Me a Coffee to that particular one there. I'll share that once I do the Haps, but I don't know what time they'll be. Certainly, I will be here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and hopefully on time, because we do have daylight saving tomorrow that stops. So we're going to wind our clocks back, I think it is. And I'm not sure that means I do get the extra sleep, so I certainly should be on time. So tomorrow morning at 8. And any time through the day with Haps today for me. So thank you for being here. Certainly spread around that I am here on these mornings. And I was just going to have a quick look. I don't have anyone on the eCam side of things. No, I didn't check. So thank you. And tomorrow, keep being the best you that you can be. Bye for now and namaste.